Just had one last swim in this beautiful place and checked out our little friends under the keel. We're about to head somewhere else for the day. Maybe make a short stop in one spot and go to another, but why, Emma?
We want to go and see the banded sea snakes, crates.
That'd be great.
But they've only got very little mouths, so it's even though they're venomous, it's very difficult for them to. They've got to sort of grab you in between the fingers or on the earlobes.
It's not hard to see why there's so many sailing boats in Noumea. Why they love it. It's fantastic sailing here. There's wind. It's a Sunday and we're seeing loads of boats. We've seen loads of boats yesterday through the Saturday, Sunday, through the weekend. Everyone gets out there. Awesome. We jumped in the water as soon as we arrived at this island, and this is the first thing I saw. It's a very interesting fish. Or is it a shark? I don't know. But he's kind of cool. Ferry turn. What do you think of this, Emma?
Oh, it's lovely. Definitely a good place to live in Noumea.
I reckon. It can be nice. I think this is alright then.
Yeah, I mean it's
Top spot.
It's sort of a nice city, not too big, not too small, lots of services, and then they've got this on their doorstep.
Yeah.
And I know there's all the troubles, but I imagine when things are settled, they've got all those walks inland as well, all those hills.
Well, hills, you don't know if there's walks on them.
I think there would be.
We had a great few hours in this spot, and then it was time to pack up and head to the next gem.
Yep.
Tick. About an hour and a half of a great beat upwind to the next island, and here we are. Pretty busy, hey? What just happened, Emma?
Oh, these moorings are quite tricky. So I don't really know what happened. I just know that you drove up to it and then I sort of grabbed it, but then you went on the wrong side to what I had it, and then you came up and tried to grab the grappling hook out of my hand and it went overboard and got stuck in the sand.
So the truth is, I missed. I went too far to starboard, so I left the mooring slightly to port, and because we've got an anchor on the port side of the boat, the mooring has to be picked up on the starboard side and pulled up through the fair lead there. And once we get really close, I can't see it, so I misjudged it, and I wasn't sure until Emma sort of put the hook down, and then she had it, and I was like, oh, well, I can't change now. So I thought, oh, well, I'll run up and see if I can help, and kind of got to the point where the boat was pulling back on it. I'm trying to hold it with the boat hook, and then it just got too heavy and the boat's pulling back. There's a fair bit of tide here. The boat's pulling back and I'm leaning on the pulpit. My chest is just getting ground into it and I'm hanging on as much as I can, and then it got to the point I was right on the end of the hook, and I said, Emma, run back and drive it forward, but it was too late. I couldn't hold on, so I had to let it go, and it's hooked in, so I couldn't unhook it even because I was too far beyond the end of my reach. So I had to let the whole thing go, and then luckily the boat hook floats, so it floats with the heavy bit down. It's a timber boat hook, an old-fashioned one with a heavy metal hook on the end of it, so that sinks, but the wooden bit floats up, right, so it's just floating very slowly, very slowly. So I had to jump in the dinghy. Emma had to get on the helm and go in circles while I jumped in the dinghy, rowed after the boat hook and rescued it. I wish we could have filmed it, but we were too busy. Maybe someone else filmed it around here. It's a pretty funny thing to watch. And then I got the hook back, tied back up on the dinghy, and then second go we picked up a mooring, no problem. But yeah, we'll learn from that one, won't we? Okay, so I think we've earned ourselves a drink. Oh no, it's not sundowners yet. The sun's way too high for sundowners. Maybe we should go. Good morning. Here we are. Where are we? Hello, Maitre. We're outside the Hilton Doubletree Resort. I thought we'd go ashore and have a look.
It's been a funny morning because we started thinking that we would race back to Noumea to get ready to depart tomorrow. But as the weather would have it, it said no, you need to stay here a little bit longer and eat some more cheese and drink some more wine and go next Monday. So we've decided that we'll take that advice and enjoy the beautiful New Caledonia Lagoon, or Noumea Lagoon. Plan.
I don't eat cheese. What am I going to do?
Play music.
When the weather said don't go, it was a pretty easy decision to say, yeah, okay, we'll hang out another day, another week, another month, how about a whole year? This place is just stunning. The weather's been amazing, the wind for sailing is fantastic, there's such beautiful scenery and wildlife, the people have been welcoming, the way they manage the reef with the free moorings is awesome. We were very quickly falling in love with this place. It's great to see so much bird life on these islands. We just saw this bell buzzard.
Emma, nice spot. How much are you paying per night to be here?
Not as much as them, I don't think. Can't be sure, but I don't think so.
It's amazing here. We pick up the free moorings and you hang out. It's superb. Resorty. We're leaving. Have a good look. Resort life. So this afternoon we sailed into here. It has a name I can't pronounce. I'm going to go for a little walk on this little... Not very windy!
Crazy on this side.
I'm glad we anchored on the other side.
Which way will we go?
Across there to the lighthouse. Other side. Wouldn't be us if we didn't go that way, would it? There's another track, Emma. Follow the track. Oh, hang on. That's on the other side. It's a sunstone.
The aperture.
We've been scoring big time today. We found, I just found this cap, which I haven't tried on yet because it's full of prickles, because I found it in the middle of a big cactus bush. There's these massive cactus bushes along here. And we found ourselves a Fiji flag pendant. How about that? So, we're on a winner. Beach combing. Great sport, isn't it? Beach
fun.
combing. Look at that. Perfect, eh? Perfect fit. Bad. Not bad out of the prickle bush.
Yeah, out of the cactus.
So it was a very windy night last night. But the anchorage is pretty good. It's pretty flat. Good spot. And there's a sailing school just inshore there. And this morning, New Caledonia is out there training the next generation of sailors. Here we go. So we got some really sad news this morning. You may remember us meeting Mike, who we went up the volcano with in Port Resolution, in Vanuatu, and his father Lars. I'm not sure we met him on camera, but they have a boat called Nanook. It was Lars's boat. He lived on it. He'd built it in 2012. It was an aluminium boat. Sadly, this morning we heard that Lars had to abandon his ship at about 25 miles off the Loyalty Islands in New Caledonia. To the French Navy, rescued Lars. So hats off to them for getting out there and rescuing the guy. Good job. But his boat is now drifting around somewhere. Technical issues, problems, we're not sure exactly what, but yeah, so sadly he's had to abandon his home and his yacht. So our thoughts go out to the family and Lars, and we're hoping that they manage to find it and salvage it, to get it out of the ocean and get his life back, I guess, his home. Yeah, so that's a really sad thing. It's really quite upsetting as a sailor to hear that too, that someone's had trouble with their boat or had a problem at sea. So it's a bit of a chores day today because it's pretty windy to go ashore, so we're just getting stuff done on the boat, airing out sleeping bags and mattresses from our bed. I'm going to be pulling the binnacle cover off and the chain cover off and servicing the chain on the autopilot because it's got a bit of racket noise, and I think it might have maybe the motor's shifted slightly, so it's sloppy, the chain's sloppy. And
I'm cleaning the front of the boat. So where we sleep, we've got compartments under here. And unfortunately, because it's closed up, it gets a little bit moldy and fusty smelling, so it's not nice to think that that's what we're sleeping on top of. So it's a good day to air it, and I'm using clove oil to hopefully kill off any of the mold that's sort of growing on the inside of the wood. And I've also used some eucalyptus oil to remind us of home, and also because it smells lovely and fresh. So sailing's not all glamorous. Sometimes you've just got to get down and dirty and do the cleaning, but it's a good day to do that. It's very blustery out there. We've got a nice anchorage, so we're getting lots of boat jobs done. Sam's made some roasted cashews with paprika and turmeric.
Yep, and salt.
Yum.
Oil, and cooking up those. And it's a fruit loaf on the go, just about to bake that. So I'll have lots of yummy snacks.
We've got still a lot of these bulk nuts that we bought in New Zealand, and while we think it's probably okay to take back into Australia, we're trying to use as much of that up as possible. So we're madly using up anything that's whole seeds or whole nuts. So a bit of a big eating week this week while we're in New Caledonia, waiting for our weather window. So lots of boat slaving, lots of cooking, and lots of resting, really, getting ready for the next passage.
Wow, so it's 1:45 in the afternoon. Done the third lot of nuts. We had the bread, we had some morning tea with the fruit loaf. Oh, looks good. Tastes great. Yum. It's really nice. And we've pulled out all those drawers down here, cleaned out underneath those, wiped them out, wiped clove oil and eucalypt mixture that Emma had made up, which is still airing everything out. Haven't had lunch yet, but I'm about to pull the chain cover off and get stuck into that. Hopefully I get it done quick. Then we can maybe go ashore and have a little break from it all. Oh, and Emma's we're just about to make a new clip up for the anchor, because the old one is galvanised and it's pretty much just rust. It's had it, so we've got a stainless clip and we're going to try that out.
I don't think we need to cut the rope.
Don't cut the rope?
No, don't cut the rope. That looks super uncomfortable in there.
It is super uncomfortable. I've been here for about an hour and a half. So the chain was too loose. To adjust the chain, you've got to undo these two bolts, which have nuts underneath. And to get into those two nuts, you've got to take the whole cover off the back side, which I'd sealed up really well to stop the moisture getting in there. So it was nice and dry. Now I need to get in there. Had a major effort to get in, so that took ages. Now we're in. The aluminium bar that's holding that up is warping, so I tried to get stainless to mount that, but we couldn't find any in that form when we were putting it on, so I settled for aluminium, but the aluminium bends. So now as I tighten it down so that the chain doesn't end up too sloppy, it pulls down and makes the chain too tight. Finding that just the right amount is really difficult. So ideally, if I was at home, I'd be replacing the whole setup with a stainless steel or a timber block underneath the motor mounts instead of that piece of aluminium. But right now, we just got to try and adjust it so it works and get ourselves home.
With a big passage in front of us, we've got to get this right.
So I've just finished putting all this back together for the second time. Had to pull it apart again this morning because couldn't get the adjustment on the chain quite right last night. I was exhausted and there was a little bit more fiddle and the light was fading. So this morning had another crack at it, got it figured out, got it just right. So now the wheel is good, and I also found that the gearbox I just checked the oil in the gearbox, which is on the shaft for the steering. Didn't have much oil in there, so I topped that up. Just using some diesel engine oil because that's all I had. Didn't have any gear oil. But it doesn't do a lot of work, so it'll probably be fine with that.
And it's a drizzly old day, so we're kind of stuck on the boat, but we're hoping to go for a walk on this island here called Ilot St. Murray, and then with a bit of luck we'll get out to the lighthouse later on this afternoon. What do you think, Sam?
I hope so.
It's the cutest thing ever. They're only about 6. And they're just all in their little boats. They've got one on the main sheet and one on the rudder. It's like they're getting a sense of feel. You know, they're learning intuitively, which is really nice.
It's been great fun and very entertaining watching the kids come. They come in groups. Bigger kids are doing the catamarans, and little kids do the little boats. The really little kids do the tiny boat. We've just come ashore to the island on the opposite side of the bay. Norla, she's over there. And we're going for a walk. Something we rarely do, but we felt we should. We finally found a banded crate. We're walking around in a bushy area. It's alright fella, we're not going to hurt you and you're not going to hurt us. Everybody's happy. Wow, it's beautiful, isn't it?
Its mouth doesn't look that big, small.
I just don't want to upset it.
Stones like this make it seem really nice.
Yeah, like a garden pathway.
Sweet
Information.
descent of a, air to picnic. Must be a lookout. Sweet descent of a...
So we finally found a path. We wandered around aimlessly for ages. We walked right around this point, rocky point. Suddenly we find some steps that look like they've just been cut, and looks like this track has been basically pretty recently made, like everything's new. You can just tell it's only recently been put together, so it's really cool.
Nice.
Very happy. Should we go to the picnic spot?
Yeah.
I feel like we might be some of the first people that were not the track builders to have walked on this trail, eh?
Trailblazers.
Well, we've had 3 lovely nights in here, rested up, got a whole lot of stuff done, which is fantastic, had some good walks, watched the kids sail training every day, and now we're heading out to the lighthouse. The wind's sort of backed off a fair bit since yesterday. It was powering. Today it's probably about 15 knots out there, so out we go.
Weigh that anchor, let's set sail on the breeze. We'll be stopping in the next bay, bobbing in the water with our chins to our knees. Short girls and boys bluff and buff in their tans. Music sets the scene as we sway and shake and wiggle, skanking to our favorite band. Summer days are coming around, where you float my spirit, yeah, you lift my feet right off the ground. Summer days are coming around, where you float my spirit, yeah, you lift my feet right off the ground. Oh, 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 summer days, my summer days, yeah, summer days.